Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how to turn a star granny square into a crochet shrug or a sleeve, however you want to call it. So let's get started. So we need 12 granny squares. Here I'm using a star granny square. I already made the tutorial of how to make this granny square, so you can go check that video out if you love this type of granny square. We also need a 3.5mm hook and we'll need a yarn. Here these yarn strands are very tiny, so I'm going to be doubling the strand, but if you have a worsted weight yarn you can also do that. That will be very perfect for this project. And lastly, we'll be needing a measuring tape. So these are all the materials we'll be needing for this tutorial. So we start by drafting our measurements. Now my round bust is 34, so we are going to divide 34 by 2 to give me 17. Now for the pattern of the dress, this is how the dress is going to look like, the front panel of it. Now there will be 3 granny squares here on the row, and there will be 2 granny squares here down here. Now we'll need a way whereby from here to here will be 17, and now the length of the dress does not really matter. The thing that really matter now is how to make here to here 17 inches. One granny square of mine gives me about 4 inches, so we are going to multiply that 4 inches by 3. It will give me 12. Remember, this is not going to size me, so now I'm going to add chains in between them. Now we have 12 here, so what we need now is 5. If you are bustier, you increase the size of your granny square by using a 4.5mm hook or even a 5.5, or let me just say you make a bigger granny square. And if you are slimmer than this, anybody bust 30? Is anybody bust 30? I don't know. If you are slimmer than this, you reduce your hook to 3.0. Since we are looking for 5 more inches to make the length of our dress 17, we are going to start by measuring our chain. Make a slip knot and you make chain 5. After making the chain 5, you're going to measure. Now it's giving me just 1 inches here. Since I'm going to be working here and here, 1 plus 1 is 2. So 2 plus 12 is 14. It's not close enough. So now I'm going to add 2 more chains. Now the highest chain you can make for this pattern is 9. And the lowest you can make is 5. So in case you have made 9 and it does not still add to the mat, or it does not still correlate with your bust measurement, you need to increase the size of your granny square. Now I'm going to measure this one again. This one is at least is close to 1.5. So now 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3. Now we have 3, which will make everything 15. So now that we have 15, we'll make 1 inches, something of 1 inches there and something of 1 inches. That will make everything 17. As we get going with the tutorial, you get to understand whatever I'm talking about. Why I'm drafting all these measurements is so that you will be able to make yours and it fits. But if you are my own size, it's your own luck, because everything has been calculated for you. So now we've settled that we'll be using 7 chains. Now let me show you how to join them together. The first thing you need to do is to locate this point here. There are 3 half double crochet here, so this point here, you locate that and you're going to place your yarn. You chain 1, and on that same space you are going to make a single crochet. Now you chain 7. You count 1, 2, 3, and on the 4th one you make a single crochet. Now for the next one, you make chain 7. Now for this one, you count 1 2 3 4, and then you make your single crochets on this point here. Now you make chain 7, and then you count 1 2 3. On this point here, you are going to make a single crochet. Now we are done with the first granny square. Now the next thing we need to do is to join this granny square, which is this one, to this one. For the joining point here, you are going to always be using chain 5. Even if you are using chain 9 for the rest, or chain 5, it must be chain 5 here. So now you chain 5, and then you take your next granny square. On that same point here, you make a single crochet. Now you chain 7, and then you count 1 2 3, and on the next one you make a single crochet. You make chain 7 again, and you count 1 2 3 4, and on the next one here you make a single crochet. Now you make chain 7, and then you count 1 2 3, and on this point here you're going to make a single crochet. Now we are done for this part here. Now you're just going to chain 1, and you cut out your yarn. Okay, so now you're going to turn your work like this one facing you. We're going to place the next granny square here. So the next thing we are going to be doing is we are going to be doing something like this. These two here represent these 2 new granny squares I just introduced. This is where I stopped. So I'm not going to start from the beginning. I'm going to like go in reverse. This point is facing me. Now you're going to take your yarn again, and at that same point you're going to make a chain 1. Now you make your single crochet just like we did before, and now you're going to make chain 3, and then you place it here. This is 1, this is 2 3 4 5 6 7. This braid here stands for the single crochet we just made. Now you're going to skip this first braid, and you're going to count 1 2 3, and then on the fourth one here you're going to make, remember to carry 2 yarns as you go. You don't just carry just 1 yarn. You don't carry 1 yarn. Don't carry 1 yarn like this, just like as I have explained, and you make a single crochet. Now you chain 3, and then you count 1 2 3, and on the next one you make a single crochet. This is our first cross. I don't know if cross I'll call it. So this is our first cross. Now you're going to chain 3, and you repeat what you just did for the previous one. You skip this first braid here, and on the fourth one you're going to make a single crochet. 1 2 3, and then 4. You make a single crochet. You chain 3, and then you count 1 2 3 4, and then here you make a single crochet. You chain 3, and then you repeat the same thing. You skip the first braid here. You count 1 2 3, and on the fourth one you make your single crochet. you chain 3 and then you count 1 2 3, and on the 4th one you make your single crochet. So now we're going to be joining this 4th granny square, and this is how to go about it. Now for this place, remember you made chain 5, so now you're going to chain 2 and then you count. Remember, you always keep this one, and you count 1 2, and on the 3rd one you make your single crochet at this point here. Now you chain 2 again, and now we're going to be joining the next one on that same point we talk about here. We're going to make our single crochet. Now you chain 3, and just like as we did in the previous one, you count. You always remember to skip the first braid here. You count 1 2 3, and then on the 4th one you make your single crochet. So I basically repeated what I did here to this point here. So now you're going to chain one and you cut out your yarn. You pull out like this, and so far this is how your work should be looking. So now I'm going to be joining these two together. So now you're going to repeat what you did here on this point, and I'll meet you at the end. I've done the first one here and I've cut out my yarn here. So now if you're going to join the next granny square, you're going to turn like this, and you'll be starting this one like this. So you're going on the opposite side. So I've successfully joined these 2 points together. Now we're going to be joining this part here. Now to do that, you're going to fold your work like this, and we'll just be joining them with single crochets. Now on this point here, remember there are 1 2 3 half double crochets here, so you're going to place it here on this point here, just here, and you're going to place your yarn and you make a chain 1. Now you're going to take the next one and you place your hook here. Now on this point 2 here, you're going to make a single crochet. Now you go to the next one, and then to the next one here, you make a single crochet. You repeat that. You go to the next one, you make a single crochet. You make a single crochet. You make a single crochet. So you're going to continue like that up until you get to the end. Now when you've reached this point, you're just going to chain 1 and you cut out your yarn. I know, right? We have a lot of yarns to weave in, but yeah, the final look is going to worth everything. Now you repeat that for this point and for this point, and I'll meet you at the end. So far this is how our work is looking. So you're going to repeat this exact same process on your back panel. So you do that and I'll meet you at the end. So I've successfully done the 2 parts, and so far this is how it's looking. I'll advise that you weave in your ends before you proceed further, so that everything won't look so confusing for you. I've successfully weaved in the ends of both of them. After you might have done the 2 panels together, you're going to place them together like this, back to the back, and then we'll start working our sleeves. You're going to place your hook here, just like as we always do, and you're going to make a chain 1. and then on this same hole here you're going to make a single crochet. Now you chain 5 and then you count 1 2 3 and you make a single crochet here. You chain 5 and then you count 1 2 3 4 and then you place your single crochet here. You chain 5 and then you count 1 2 3. This is where we are ending. You chain 5 again you are going to start at this point here. You chain 5 again, place your single crochet here. You chain 5 and you count 1 2 3 4 and you place your single crochet here. You chain 5 and on the last point you make your single crochet. Now you chain 5 again and then you take the other panel and you start working. This is where we are going to start from. You chain 5 and you count 1 2 3 and then on the fourth one you place your hook. So you are going to repeat that till you get to the end. When you've gotten to the ending here, you chain 1 since our total measurement was not up to 17. This other part we did here will just help increase the measurement because we are going to do that for both sides, so it's going to fall into 16.5 or 16. So since it's crochet, it's going to stretch. So now this measurement is okay for me. Okay, now I'm going to take my armhole measurement. My armhole measurement is around 7.5. So I'll measure from this point here to this point here. Now I'm going to use 7. This is crochet. I'm going to be using the 7. So we are going to be joining this point from here to this place. We are going to be joining it together. Now to do that, you are going to turn your work like this and you place your hook. On the first one you make a single crochet. That's single crochet to single crochet. Now on the first chain you make single crochet. You go to the next chain, you make a single crochet. You go to the third chain, you make a single crochet. In total we'll be making 5 single crochets. So this is the fourth one. Now on this last single crochet you're going to make a single crochet just to secure everything. So this is how it is looking from the front. You chain 1 and then you turn to the front again. So now you chain 3. This chain 3 stands for 1 triple crochet and then you chain 5 again. So in total now we have 8 triple crochet. Now on this point here you are going to make 1 triple crochet. You chain 5, you make another triple crochet into this space here. You chain 5, you make another triple crochet here. You chain 5. So you are going to be continuing this process until you get to this point here, and I'll meet you at the end. So I've chained 5 and I've gotten to this point here. So you're just going to count 1 2 3, and on that third chain you're going to make a slip stitch. Now you chain 3 again, and then you chain 5, and then you make a triple crochet right into the center here, and you chain 5, and then you make a triple crochet right into this point here. So you are going to continue like that all up to you get to the end. So when you've reached this point now, you're going to count 1 2 3, and on the third one you're going to make a slip stitch, and then you're going to chain 3 again plus another chain 5, and we're going to repeat that same process. I'll do this one last time and I'll meet you at the end. Now for the ending part here, you're going to count 1 2 3, then on the third one you make a slip stitch. So you're going to continue this process until you get to your desired length. So this is how the sleeves looks like. So in total I made 36 row, and I added a little twist to it. For row 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15, I made them all with a 3.5mm hook. And now for row 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 2 3 4 5 6, I made them with a 4.5mm hook. This is because I needed the flare, a little bit of flare. Although it's not that necessary, you can continue with your 3.5mm hook according to how you like it. If you don't want the flare, then no problem, no need to change hook size. Now for finishing the sleeves, this is how you are going to do about it. You're going to place your hook and you chain 1. So after chaining 1, you go through the next chain here, you make a single crochet, then you go to the next chain here, you make a single crochet. You notice how I'm placing my chain. I'm placing it in a way that the weaving part is facing me, you get, so that you'll be able to pick each rapport or chain well. Now when you get to this point, you pick like this. Now you go to the next one and you continue. So you are going to do this all round, and I'll meet you at the end of this row. So I've gotten to the end of this row. So you're going to make just one single crochet more. On this space here, you are going to make a slip stitch, and then you are going to chain 1 and you cut out. So this is how the sleeves is looking. Everywhere is looking very neat. Now so far this is how my shrug is looking. I successfully done the other hand, so this is how this other hand too is looking. So now you can wear your shrug like this if you want to. It will be like an open shoulder crop top, and when I place it on my body it looks so fine. I'm not aiming at making a crop top, I'm aiming at turning a granny square to a shrug. So you should take note, this is always our end point. So now we're going to be counting backward. So this will be 1 2 3, and this is 1 point. Remember what we did here, and then this is 1 2 3, and then this is another point. I want my closing to start from around here. So now you know it's zigzag. Zigzag means that this is where the closing starts proper, not mainly where you started the whole process. So now I'm going to place my hook here and I'm going to make a knot. This is the end point. Now you count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. On the 8th point here you make a knot. That's to recap. And then here you make a chain 1, and on that same space you make a single crochet. Now you chain 5, and then you count 1 2 3, and on this point here you make another single crochet. You should know the drill by now. You chain 5, and then you count 1 2 3, and then on this end point here you make a single crochet. Now you chain 2, and then you join it to this point here. You are going to count 1 2, and on the third one you make a single crochet, and then you count 1 2, and on this point here, our starting point, normally you make a single crochet. Now you chain 2, and we are going to be joining with this other part. Remember, you have to leave this single crochet chain. You count 1 2, and then on the third one you make a single crochet. Now you chain 2, and then you count 1 2 3, and on this point here you make your single crochet. Now you chain 2 again, and then on this point here you count 1 2, and then on the third one you make your single crochet. Okay, you chain 2, and then you count 1 2 3, and on this point here you make your single crochet. Chain 1, and you cut out the remaining yarn. So far this is how this place is looking. Now I've done the other parts. I understand fully well that making this in a normal granny square would require you to have your own tweak of creativity. Yeah, a very big one. But in order to make things easier for you, I'll suggest that you go and watch the tutorial of how I made this particular type of granny square, so that everything that I'm doing here will be a little bit relatable. I need you to comment down below if you want me to make a tutorial on how to crochet a shrug with this type of granny square. So we've come to the end of this tutorial, and I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. So please give this video a thumbs up, because it really took a whole lot of effort to film and to even make this tutorial. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you won't miss out on more tutorials, because I have a lot in stock for you guys. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye.